The Tense Mastery Quest. Chapter 1: The Beginning of a Challenge. Jack Harrison had always been passionate about writing. From childhood, he dreamed of becoming a famous author. However, there was one significant hurdle that stood in his way: English tenses. Jack's readers frequently commented on his confusing timelines, which muddled the narrative flow of his stories. This feedback stung deeply, but Jack knew he had to face this challenge head-on if he wanted to succeed as a writer. One evening, Jack sat at his desk, the dim light from his lamp casting shadows on the walls. He picked up a pen and began writing his thoughts in a notebook. "If I can master tenses, my stories will become clearer and more engaging," he said to himself. Determined to improve, Jack set himself a daily challenge. Each day, he would write a short story using a different tense. He hoped that this focused practice would help him gain control over his writing. Chapter 2: Embracing the Present Simple. Jack's first focus was the present simple tense. He believed that mastering this fundamental tense would provide a strong foundation for his writing. The present simple tense is used for actions that are habitual or true at the present moment. Jack decided to write a short story about a character's daily routine. He created a story about Emma, a young woman with a structured daily routine. Emma wakes up at 6 a.m. every day. She stretches her arms, gets out of bed, and makes her way to the kitchen. She prepares a cup of coffee and eats a slice of toast. After breakfast, she walks to the bus stop and takes the bus to work. At the office, she answers emails and attends meetings. In the evening, she returns home, cooks dinner, and reads a book before going to bed. As Jack reviewed his story, he realized how much easier it was to write clearly and concisely when focusing on a single tense. He practiced more, creating various short stories and descriptions using the present simple tense. This practice helped him understand the simplicity and consistency required in writing about habitual actions. Chapter 3: Mastering the Past Simple. After feeling confident with the present simple tense, Jack turned his attention to the past simple tense. The past simple is used for actions that were completed in the past. Jack decided to write a story about a character reflecting on a significant event that had happened to them. Jack wrote about Lily, a young girl who discovered an old diary in her attic. Last weekend, Lily found an old diary while cleaning her attic. The diary belonged to her great-grandmother, who had lived an adventurous life. As Lily read through the pages, she discovered stories of travel, romance, and mystery. Each entry painted a vivid picture of her great-grandmother's experiences. Lily felt a deep connection to her family's past and decided to preserve the diary for future generations. Using the past simple tense allowed Jack to recount events clearly. He practiced by creating more stories that described past actions and experiences. Each story helped him convey the sequence of events with greater clarity. Chapter 4: Understanding the Past Perfect. With the past simple under his belt, Jack moved on to the past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used to describe an action that was completed before another past action. Jack knew this tense was crucial for telling stories that involved multiple timelines. He wrote a story about Alex, who found a letter after a significant event. By the time Alex reached the airport, he had already found the letter hidden in his desk drawer. The letter had been written by his missing brother, detailing clues about his whereabouts. Alex had been searching for his brother for months, and the letter provided the answers he had been seeking. The discovery gave him hope and a renewed sense of purpose. The past perfect tense allowed Jack to explore complex timelines and show how one event related to another. He practiced writing stories that involved sequences of past events, refining his ability to handle more intricate narratives. Chapter 5: Looking Ahead with the Future Simple. Jack's next focus was the future simple tense. The future simple is used to describe actions that will happen in the future. Jack chose to write a story about a character making plans for an upcoming event. He created a story about Michael, who was preparing for a big move. Michael will start his new job next month. He will relocate to a new city and will look for a cozy apartment close to his office. Michael plans to explore the city on weekends and hopes to make new friends. He will also join a local gym to stay fit and healthy. Michael is excited about this new chapter in his life and looks forward to the adventures ahead. The future simple tense enabled Jack to write about future events with clarity and optimism. He practiced writing stories that depicted various plans and anticipations, gaining confidence in his ability to predict and plan for future scenarios. Chapter 6: Exploring the Future Continuous. The future continuous tense was Jack's next challenge. This tense is used to describe actions that will be ongoing in the future. Jack decided to write a story about a family planning their vacation. He wrote about the Johnson family's trip to Hawaii. Next summer, the Johnson family will be enjoying their vacation in Hawaii. They will be lounging on the sandy beaches, swimming in the crystal-clear waters, and exploring the local markets. The children will be building sand castles while their parents relax under the sun. Every evening, the family will watch the stunning sunsets together, creating memories that will last a lifetime. The future continuous tense allowed Jack to convey ongoing actions and activities in the future. He practiced by writing stories that described continuous events and experiences, enhancing his ability to depict dynamic future scenarios. Chapter 7: Perfecting the Present Perfect. Jack's final focus was the present perfect tense. The present perfect is used to describe actions that occurred at an unspecified time and have relevance to the present. Jack decided to write a story about a character reflecting on their achievements. He created a story about Sarah, a successful environmental scientist. Sarah has completed her degree in environmental science. She has traveled to several countries to study wildlife and has published her research in prestigious journals. Her work has made a significant impact on global conservation efforts. Sarah feels proud of her achievements and is grateful for the opportunities she has had. The present perfect tense allowed Jack to highlight achievements and their ongoing relevance. He practiced by writing stories that focused on past actions with current significance, improving his ability to connect past experiences with the present. Chapter 8: Reflecting on Progress. After completing his daily challenges, Jack took time to review his progress. He looked back at the stories he had written and noticed significant improvements in his writing. The feedback from native speakers and grammar workshops had been invaluable, providing him with insights and suggestions to further enhance his skills. Jack felt a sense of accomplishment as he realized how much he had learned and grown. His command of English tenses had become more precise and natural. His writing was now engaging and clear, with well-structured narratives that captured the reader's attention. Chapter 9: Applying Skills in Real Life. With his newfound skills, Jack began applying his understanding of tenses to real-life situations and storytelling. He wrote new stories, articles, and essays, using the tenses he had mastered. Jack also continued to seek feedback and attend workshops, always striving to improve his craft. His improved writing caught the attention of literary agents and publishers. Jack's stories were praised for their clarity and depth, and he began to build a reputation as a talented and skilled writer. Chapter 10: The Triumph of Mastery. Months later, Jack looked back on his journey with pride. His dedication to mastering tenses had transformed his writing and opened new doors for his career. He had gone from struggling with confusing timelines to crafting clear and engaging narratives. Jack's tense mastery quest had not only improved his writing but also taught him the value of persistence and hard work. He had faced his challenges head-on and emerged victorious, proving that with determination and practice, even the most daunting obstacles can be overcome. As Jack continued to write and share his stories, he remained grateful for the journey that had shaped him into a better writer. His tense mastery quest had become a testament to his growth and a source of inspiration for others facing similar challenges. And so, Jack's story of transformation and triumph served as a reminder that with dedication and effort, mastery of even the most challenging aspects of writing is within reach. Chapter 11: Sharing the Journey. As Jack continued to thrive in his writing career, he felt a strong desire to share his journey with others. He remembered the struggles he had faced with tenses and how much he had learned through his quest. Inspired to help fellow writers who might be grappling with similar issues, Jack decided to create a series of workshops and online tutorials focused on mastering English tenses. Jack organized his first workshop in a local community center. He titled it, "Mastering Tenses: A Writer's Journey from Confusion to Clarity." The workshop was designed to be interactive and engaging, with practical exercises and real-life examples. Jack used his own stories as case studies to illustrate how different tenses could be effectively employed. During the workshop, Jack shared his initial struggles and the steps he had taken to overcome them. He explained the nuances of each tense and how they could be used to enhance storytelling. Participants were eager to learn, and Jack could see their enthusiasm as they practiced writing exercises and discussed their own experiences. Jack also created an online course that included video tutorials, written guides, and interactive quizzes. He wanted to make his lessons accessible to a broader audience, including those who could not attend his workshops in person. The course covered various tenses, their uses, and common pitfalls, with practical advice for improving writing skills. Chapter 12: The Impact of Teaching. As Jack's workshops and online course gained popularity, he began receiving positive feedback from participants. Many wrote to him, expressing their gratitude for the clarity and insight he had provided. Some shared their own success stories, highlighting how mastering tenses had improved their writing and boosted their confidence. One participant, Emma, wrote to Jack, "Before your workshop, I struggled with keeping my timelines straight in my stories. Your exercises and explanations made everything so much clearer. I've already seen a significant improvement in my writing, and my readers have noticed too. Thank you for sharing your journey and helping us overcome this challenge." Jack was thrilled to see the positive impact of his work. He realized that his quest had not only transformed his own writing but had also empowered others to become better writers. The sense of fulfillment he gained from teaching and helping others was deeply rewarding. Chapter 13: Facing New Challenges. Despite his success, Jack knew that learning and growth are continuous processes. He remained committed to honing his craft and exploring new aspects of writing. He began experimenting with advanced narrative techniques, such as nonlinear storytelling and complex character development, applying his knowledge of tenses in these new contexts. Jack also started collaborating with other writers and attending literary events. These experiences exposed him to different styles and perspectives, further enriching his understanding of storytelling. He welcomed feedback and embraced opportunities to learn from his peers. One particular challenge he encountered was writing a novel that involved multiple timelines. Jack applied his expertise in tenses to weave together different threads of the narrative, creating a story that was both cohesive and compelling. The project tested his skills but ultimately resulted in a manuscript that garnered praise from critics and readers alike. Chapter 14: Reflecting on Growth. Years after completing his tense mastery quest, Jack took a moment to reflect on his journey. He looked back at the notes from his early days, the stories he had written, and the feedback he had received. He was proud of how far he had come and the positive influence he had made on others. Jack had transformed from a writer struggling with tenses to an accomplished author and educator. His dedication and perseverance had turned a challenging aspect of writing into a strength. He continued to write, teach, and inspire, using his experiences to help others navigate their own writing journeys. Chapter 15: Inspiring Others. Jack's story of overcoming challenges and achieving mastery became a source of inspiration for aspiring writers everywhere. He often spoke at literary events and conferences, sharing his experiences and encouraging others to pursue their writing goals. His message was clear: with determination, practice, and a willingness to learn, anyone could overcome obstacles and achieve their dreams. One of Jack's favorite quotes, which he often shared with his students, was, "Success is not the absence of failure, but the persistence through failure." He believed that his journey was a testament to this philosophy and hoped it would inspire others to keep pushing forward despite their difficulties. Chapter 16: The Legacy of the Quest. As Jack's career continued to flourish, he remained grateful for the challenges he had faced and the lessons he had learned. His tense mastery quest had not only improved his writing but had also shaped him into a better teacher, mentor, and storyteller. Jack's legacy was not just in the books he wrote or the workshops he conducted, but in the countless writers he had inspired and helped along the way. His quest had become more than a personal achievement, it had become a beacon of hope for others striving to master their craft. In the end, Jack's story was a reminder that the journey to mastery is a continuous one, filled with challenges and triumphs. His tense mastery quest was a testament to the power of perseverance and the impact of sharing one's journey with others. As he continued to write, teach, and inspire, Jack knew that the quest for improvement never truly ends. Each day brought new opportunities to learn and grow, and Jack embraced each one with the same determination that had guided him through his own quest. And so, Jack's legacy lived on, a symbol of the transformative power of dedication and the enduring pursuit of excellence in the world of writing.